All right, it's time for another final expense burial insurance commercial review. This time we're going to be reviewing the guaranteed acceptance commercial from finalexpenseprotect.com. And what I'm going to be doing today is very simple. I'm going to be actually playing the video and pausing at relevant points to critique what the video and commercial is talking about. So you, the consumer looking to get a burial insurance policy, know exactly how these plans work and have time to understand it better. So if you can make the decision for yourself if the finalexpenseprotect.com guaranteed acceptance option is a good fit for you. Greetings and salutations. My name is David Duford. I own buylifeinsurancefororburial.com. It is a website to where we help seniors and people across the nation with their burial and final expense needs. If you'd like a free quote, you can go to buylifeinsurancefororburial.com. There you'll see a quote form. Just fill that out and you'll see exactly what you can spend and what the price would be for a burial insurance program. Also, we like people to call us too. It's 888-626-0439. Again, 626-0439. You'll speak to one of my friendly representatives that will be happy to give you a quote as well. Okay, so I've got the commercial on the screen of the Guaranteed Acceptance finalexpenseprotect.com commercial. We're going to play through it, give you the information on how it works, read some of the fine print issues. Again, the whole reason for me doing these reviews is really just empower you with the knowledge to decide for yourself how you want to handle your final expenses so that you've got all the facts in a slowed down manner and can make a decision for yourself how you want to proceed with burial or life insurance coverage. So let's go ahead and play, and then I will stop at relevant points to review exactly what's going on and what the fine print says.
How's she doing?
Better now, but the hospital says she needs to rest.
You gave us a real scare.
We were so worried, Mama. That was serious. We weren't ready to say goodbye.
Don't worry. I'm not leaving just yet. But it's important that you know now. I have a plan. If anything happens to me, neither of you will need to worry. Just make sure everyone remembers all the good times we had.
When our time comes, our families will already be under enough stress. Don't leave them with the financial burden as well. If you are between 45 and 85, you automatically qualify for up to $25,000 in life insurance.
All right, so just a couple of things here on the screen we'll just explain to you. Guaranteed acceptance. What this means, as you'll discover through this commercial, is that the program takes anybody who calls in to qualify for it. So there's not the usual restrictions due to asking health questions and that kind of thing. No matter how healthy you are or how sick you are guaranteed to be accepted as long as you're within the age of 45 to 85, and you can qualify for up to $25,000. It doesn't mean everybody's going to get $25,000. They have plans that start a lot less than that, but it's trying to give you an idea of kind of what the minimum and the maximum would be. Down below that in the fine print, maybe if you can't read this, I'm going to read it to you. Benefit and premium amounts will not change. So long as premiums are paid on time. So what they're saying there is that you'll pay the same benefit. You'll keep everything you got when you first took it out, just as long as you pay your premiums. If you stop paying and your policy lapses, they're not going to guarantee that you can ever get back what you had because maybe your health changes. So that makes sense. Benefit amounts vary based on choice of plan. So what they're suggesting here is there are some options here, and you're going to be in a position where, again, you might not get $25,000 based on the budget if it's too expensive for you, and you can end up with something else instead.
Acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down for any reason.
Mama, you were able to get life insurance, but you're not in perfect health.
I didn't have to be. There's no medical exams, no blood tests. It was so easy.
And that's pretty much the norm for most burial insurance. There's no medical exams required. You don't have to run on a treadmill, pee in a cup, have blood taken. And health does matter with some companies, more on that in a little bit, but some companies don't care, right? They're what's called guaranteed acceptance like this.
Guaranteed immediate acceptance starting at $6.38 a month, and benefit claims can be paid in as little as 24 hours.
So now some important context here. Again, this is a sales piece, right? Everybody's trying to sell you on how great it is. So we got to slow down and kind of think through this a little bit. Again, that guaranteed acceptance, like we talked about, everybody's guaranteed to be accepted within the range 45 to 85 as long as you can pay the premium, no matter what health is. Plans start at $6.38 a month. Now, how are you thinking that works? Well, if you read the fine print down here about the second point, if you can see it on the screen, it's pretty fine, as you can see. The third sentence says the $6.38 per month premium is for a plan with a benefit of $2,000 for a 45-year-old female. Now, how many of you watching this are a 45-year-old female that needs $2,000, right? So that's the youngest that's available, right? So the 45 was the earliest, and females generally are less expensive. So what the plans start at, what they're showing you is the cheapest amount that it can be for the lowest amount of coverage that they can. So it's the bare minimum possible. So in other words, it's likely if you're not this person, guess what? It's going to be more expensive if you get more coverage or are older or are a male or smoke in some cases. So continuing on here, the benefits may be paid, maybe, it's not a guaranteed, right? They might be. There's a chance, but there's no guarantee. So remember what maybe means. Benefits may be paid. Paid means they write the check. You may not get the money by then in as little as 24 hours. So the shortest amount of time it might pay out is within 24 hours after you apply for the death claim. This is highly unlikely with most insurance companies. Why is this the case? For a couple of reasons. First of all, most insurance carriers need a death certificate from the coroner's office or the county or whoever controls that to actually confirm the person's dead. Believe it or not, if you haven't watched Forensic Files or Unsolved Mysteries, a common recurrence there is that people who want to collect on life insurance act dead or pretend to be dead. There was one where somebody dug up a body and threw it in a car and caught it on fire and disappeared and collected $500,000. And lo and behold, he comes back in a year with an assumed identity, right? So the insurance companies need to verify identity and that the person insured is actually dead, okay? So that's the norm, and that process takes weeks. Now, it usually doesn't take like years, but it's usually a process of a month to 2 months, depending on the insurance company. There are some companies who will front the money faster because that's just their benefit, but usually it's after 2 years are up and the client is out of what we call contestability. Now, if it's a guaranteed acceptance product, that doesn't apply. So yes, those death benefits may be paid in as little as 24 hours, but still more problems with that because if we read the fine print here, benefit payment time frame is from the time that all required claim documentation is received by the carrier, right? So it's like saying, in my opinion, my wife delivered a baby in just literally, 2 minutes. Well, she was in labor for like the last 20 hours, right? I think that's what it was with David. So was that delivery, just 2 minutes? No. That delivery process that built up to the actual delivery was a 20-hour ordeal. And so it's a little not clear here when it says that you got to get all the claim documentation in and received by the carrier. So, use your own judgment. Does that sound like you're really going to get it in 24 hours? I don't think so in most cases. Time frames vary by carrier and plan. Again, it just depends. The last point down here, the third sentence, fourth sentence, kind of jump around here. Plans may have a graded death benefit for initial period of time. Premiums are billed monthly. Plans may have a graded death benefit. What does that mean? It means basically the same thing as, well, not exactly the same thing as guaranteed acceptance, but it's not full death benefit coverage in the first 2 years. So you may be in a position, as suggested by guaranteed acceptance already, where you don't have first day full coverage from the first payment. So what if you die earlier than expected? Well, that means you might be in a position where your family doesn't get full coverage, where there are, in some circumstances, policies that will fully cover you from the first day. And we'll talk about that more in a minute.
It only took 5 minutes and one call. Now you won't have to worry about things like funeral costs. Instead, we can focus on the time we have together.
The cost of a funeral can be $9,000 or more. Social Security may only provide a death benefit of $255. That may not be enough, but...
All right, so let's talk about this real quick. Funeral costs $9,135. This is from an NFDA, National Funeral Directors Association study from 2020. It's 2022, late 2022 at the filming of this. This number is actually higher. Inflation has caused prices of food to go up, real estate to go up, and guess what? Burying and being cremated as well. So I actually think you need more coverage than that. And yes, the Social Security death benefit, again, really only pays out in qualifying conditions. But even if it did, how much is $255 going to make a difference? Very little impact. So yes, there's definitely a need for insurance. Again, the fine print down here says premiums may vary based on age, gender, carrier, and certain other factors. Number of free look days varies by carriers. That means you can take the policy depending on the carrier and the state and have the opportunity to cancel it, not be charged, or get your money back if you decide to change your mind.
With one call today, you can lock in affordable rates for the rest of your life and help protect your loved ones with up to $25,000 in life insurance.
So yeah, same thing here. This is just normal stuff for burial insurance for dozens upon dozens of companies, name brand companies you all have heard of and know. Rates never increase. True for this product, true for most. Coverage amount will never decrease. True for this product, true for most. Up to $25,000, again, could be a lot less than that. True for most companies out here. So nothing really unique here, frankly.
Plus, with up to a 30-day free look, your satisfaction is guaranteed.
And that's basically a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, return it. And it says up to, so it's not guaranteed. It might be 10 in your state or 20, and that's really a state-by-state thing.
Or your money back.
Mama knows best. Always has.
You know I've always taken care of you both. You think I'm gonna stop now?
Help protect the ones you love. Call now to get a guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policy with up to $25,000 in benefits. It's easy, and coverage begins from your very first payment.
Now you notice how it says coverage, your coverage begins from the very first payment. What it doesn't say is how much of the coverage begins from the very first payment. Again, most people don't catch this. If it was always the case that the coverage began fully from the first day, think about it. These are salespeople. They would be saying that, hey, your coverage starts 100% full for the entire amount of coverage from the first day, no waiting period. It would say that, but notice it didn't. It said that your coverage starts from the first payment date, in so many words. But that coverage for a guaranteed acceptance may just be equal to your money back plus interest when you die, like many of these guaranteed acceptance plans are, which is a 2-year waiting period policy for natural death, where if you die by any natural means, your money comes back to your beneficiary, the premiums paid in, plus in many cases just about 10%, give or take. Not a lot back. So I assure you, as a business owner myself, if I'm promoting something that could fully cover somebody where the other options out there make you wait, I would put it in the commercial. But they don't, and that should make you think twice.
Don't delay. Call now. 800-816-5096. Your acceptance is guaranteed. Make the call today. 800-816-5096.
All right, let's check out the fine print here at the bottom. Not all plans are available in all states. Callers will be directed to a licensed insurance agent with TZ Insurance Solutions. This is the call center that handles these inbound calls that you make and continues to try to sell you a policy, who can provide more information about guaranteed issue whole life insurance plans, so they're telling you exactly what it is, offered by one or several carriers, each having an AM Best rating of A+ or higher. That's just a financial rating of the company. That's a good thing if it's A+ or higher. Guaranteed issue whole life insurance is available to individuals between the age of 45 and 85. Age qualifications varies by plan and carrier. You will receive only the benefit amount in the policy issued. So that's just saying you're going to get exactly what the policy says. So if it's you die in the first 2 years and it says your premiums are returned plus 10% interest, that's exactly what you're getting. In order for the policy premiums and benefits to remain in effect, the premiums must be paid on time. It's normal stuff. Premiums may depend upon the coverage amount selected. Normal stuff. Your individual qualifications may vary by carrier and state. Plans may have a graded death benefit for initial period of time. Again, limited amount of coverage for the first 2 years. Benefits are paid to the named beneficiary and can be used for any purpose, right? So you can go blow it on, a Hawaii trip instead of burying mom when she dies, right? Okay, so that is the finalexpenseprotect.com guaranteed acceptance commercial. Some summarizing thoughts here, very simple. These plans that are guaranteed acceptance are great if every other carrier is impossible to qualify for. So this is what we'd call the trump card life insurance. Okay, so if I have a client of mine and their health is too bad for something that offers first day full coverage for natural death, then I'm going to pick something like this guaranteed acceptance plan mentioned in this commercial. However, the problem is saying or suggesting that this kind of plan is appropriate for everybody. Now, the commercial never really did that, but certainly it did sell it like it's the greatest thing ever, right? So my point is this. No matter what your health is, you should first investigate before you look at something like this to see what your options are to potentially qualify for first day full coverage for natural and accidental death. People die suddenly, right? My grandmother died in a week after being diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Nobody thought she was going to die, and she just did. That's what happens. Healthy people even die all of a sudden as well. And the point is that regardless of your health, nobody knows when our final day is going to be. So if you have the health, then why wouldn't you qualify, or try to qualify at least, for first day full coverage? That's my argument. And that's what we do at buylifeinsuranceforburial.com. We're not going to stick you arbitrarily into a 2-year waiting period guaranteed acceptance program that may not be in the best interest of your survivors, that truly won't get you the peace of mind that you want. Now, not everybody qualifies for first day full coverage, but a lot of people do who otherwise end up with one of these guaranteed acceptance programs. So let us help you. It's very simple. Go to buylifeinsuranceforburial.com, run a quote on yourself, see what things cost, but more importantly, talk to us so we can run some numbers and underwrite your health. And in a matter of minutes, we can tell you what the possibilities are that you're going to get first day full coverage are. So call us. My number is 888-626-0439. Again, 888-626-0439. Give us a call. We'll be happy to help you, and we'll tell you straight up if we can help you and get you first day full coverage, or if something like guaranteed acceptance would actually be your best bet. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching.